Do you remember the moment Jimmy said, I can't do it anymore?
You know, it was interesting. After the second year, I was at the Bears. North Turner had just left. And remember the first part of this story now, our noon jogs. And we did these jogs at Pitt when Jimmy and I were assistants. We did these jogs at Oklahoma State. We did these jogs at University of Miami. So this was nothing new. This was he wanted to have his guys, his inner circles, he called them, get around them. And when I left, Norv left, Tony Wise, the line coach, left. We were out on Jimmy's boat and we were down in Miami, and it was me and him and the wives and our attorney. And we were just sitting there, and we had been sipping a few Heinekens during the course of the past 10 hours, I think it was. And Jimmy said, you know, Dave, he said, boy, this is a challenge. You know, he says, fun of this thing is really, I'm really having a challenge with this. And he didn't go any deeper. And then I was at Orlando, we were up in Orlando at the league meetings, and that's when everything broke loose. Jimmy and Jerry had some words. We were at the meetings, and we used to sit together at all the NFL meetings. So I was waiting for him down by the lobby, and he came down and he had that look on his face. And I said, meeting's this way. And he says, not my meeting. And he was heading for the door, and he was driving a Corvette then. And he jumped in that Corvette and gone. And he left the meetings. And so I went in and I started saying, what happened? And that's when they said that, you know, the comment that Jerry made in front of the media that he could get 500 guys to coach the Dallas Cowboys and win a Super Bowl. And one of the media guys or somebody, I'm not sure who, called up to Jimmy's room and said, well, you're missing a good one. Let me tell you what was said. So that kind of was, but I think at that point, Jerry believed that he could win, Colin, and do it without Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy was the guy. If Jimmy wasn't going to be the guy and he wasn't going to be the voice, he wasn't going to share that with anybody.